Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Space Game Junkie podcast. I, as always, am your co-host Brian, and joining me, as always, is your co-host Hunter.
Space, games, being junkies. Woo!
Sadly, folks, Jim is feeling under the weather, so he isn't able to join us this evening. We all hope he recovers quickly.
He
Starting a new.
has the Temerian flu or whatever that thing is.
I just figured he's just started a new job, and that's exhausting. Switching to a new
This is
schedule and
this is
everything.
true.
Yeah.
Weather is changing here pretty drastically. So.
Oh, and that'll mess you up. Yeah. Yeah. The weather will change. The weather changing will totally mess you up. So yeah, we hope he gets better soon. But now we have a guest this week for you folks. Joining us, it's in the middle of the night over in Ukraine, the southern area of Ukraine. Joining us from all the way over there, like 9 hours ahead, is Sergey Komar, founder of Mizar Games, here to talk about Nebula Online. Welcome, Sergey.
Hi guys.
How you doing? Again, I want to thank you so much for being willing to talk to us in the middle of the night your time because wow, that is impressive and we really appreciate it.
Yes, thanks guys. I'm a little sleepy, but I will glad to talk about our game.
So let's start at the very beginning. For people who aren't unaware. Oh my god, I'm tired too. By the way, sorry, I'm half asleep right now. For people who aren't aware of what Nebula Online is, could you give us the elevator pitch, like the real quick rundown of how you would sell Nebula Online to someone who maybe hadn't heard of it before?
Sure. It's a sci-fi MMORPG for PC and mobile devices. Also, we start developing version for Xbox One. So we hope we will take the niche of sci-fi games and make the game not so complicated like EVE Online. So we are focusing we wanted to make the game like World of Warcraft in space or Diablo. Something like this. Yes. More action and yes.
So something a little more efficient, maybe than EVE Online, which several call a spreadsheet in space. Sorry, Hunter. I know you love the game, but
I just love space games, man.
Yeah.
But yes, I do love EVE a lot.
Well, I'm looking forward to going back to it once they do the alpha this month, right? Now it's November. Oh my god.
November 15th.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So soon, 2 weeks. Oh my god. We'll have to do a Thursday night thing of it. Your game has been in early access for a year-ish or so, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah.
It's been about a year. How is that? Because I always find the early access, at least from a player, fascinating. I always find the early access process fascinating because I love seeing how the sausage is made. But we hear a lot of mixed reactions from developers as to how early access is working out for them. So how would you say early access is working for you guys?
Actually, we'll love early access because when we start developing game, we was like limited resources to produce this game. So early access gives us opportunity to collect money from players and collect feedbacks from them. So they help us to improve our game in the way they want it. So we ask players about the game and collaborate with them very close. So we very enjoy this process. So if there will be no early access, we will I think there will be no Nebula Online.
Interesting, because yeah, we've gotten, like I said, some people find it a double-edged sword. Some people say it's great. It's kind of interesting that there doesn't seem to be a consistent opinion of it. But I'm really glad it's working out for you. I was looking at the Steam forums for the game earlier today, and they do seem pretty active, both in English and in Russian, which makes sense. Would you guys say you have more English players or Russian players at the moment?
Russian players,
Uh,
like 60% of Russian and other players from other countries.
Wow. So I've only been outside my home system a little bit. I've got a couple hours in, and I took my first contract to another system a little bit ago, but I haven't really run into many other players as of yet. They've probably moved off from the newbie area at this point, which is where I've been hanging around. But is it one centralized server? So are English speakers and Russian server speakers on the same server, or is it an English server? And because I know that I saw the game has language options, but I wasn't sure whether there are separate servers for the different languages.
No, we have one server for all players from all over the world and from other devices as well. So the players on iPhones can play with players on PC.
That's pretty great. Yeah, I think as of right now, there's only one other MMO I think that can do all that, and that's probably Vendetta Online.
Yeah.
Because they're on mobile devices and they're on multiple operating systems, and that seems to work well for them. So, if anything, that's a good that's a good structure to emulate. So you said it's one server, and I noticed the map is pretty big. How many and the systems not are just have multiple sectors in them as well. So it's a pretty big game. How many systems are in the game?
It's around 60 systems, and also they have subsystems in it, some of them.
Wait, what? Subsystems? What does that mean?
Subsystems, like small systems in big systems.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have not seen that yet, but I'm looking forward to figuring that out. Now, there are three races in the game. I can't remember which one I took. They've got the cyan ships. Um, but yeah, can you give us the rundown of the three races and what they're like? Why would someone want to choose one specific race?
The first race is humans. Just they have average technologies. The second race is cryptizites. They have like very high level of technologies. And the third race is Borguzans. They don't have technologies. They are like some kind of living form in space. So they just fly in big swarm.
Oh.
And eat everything.
So instead of mining, they eat asteroids, for example. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's kind of awesome. And how many characters can you create per account? So can I try one of each, for example?
5 or 6.
Okay, so I could try at least one of each race and see which one I like more. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
correct.
so I'm curious. What kind of server infrastructure are you running? Like, how many players do you think this thing can hold up to at one time?
We hope that we can handle a few thousands.
Wow. And what has been your peak so far? What's like the highest number you've gotten so far?
Not very high. We have like 15, 50. I think 50, yes.
Well,
50 players, yes, because we don't have marketing and we just indie guys, so we have all we have.
right. But I'm sure once you leave early access, and you got a publisher or a marketing partner at least, was it Kiss? I believe their name
Yes,
is.
yes, we got them right like months ago.
Yeah, because I'd been talking, I'd been getting stuff from you guys directly, and then all of a sudden I'm getting stuff from these other guys. I'm like, oh, good for them. They got some help. Because
So,
marketing is a completely different beast from programming and designing.
Yes, yes.
so when you guys were developing this game, did you guys start developing first for a mobile platform, or was it on the PC first?
Uh, it was the first prototype was for PC, but the main idea to create this game for different platforms was in concept. So we like
Oh, okay. So from like the beginning, it was planned for both.
yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What is it on other mobile devices right now, or is that coming?
No, it's already on iOS, on App Store, and on Google Play.
I just downloaded it on my phone as we were talking.
Oh, really? I'll have to try that.
Yep.
So I'm one thing I'm fascinated with games. One, it's a pet peeve, but also something I love is user interface. Excuse me. How challenging is it to design a user interface that'll work with both a mobile and a PC platform where there's different, where one is touch and one is mouse and keyboard? What are the challenges you run into when you have to design UI for multiple platforms like that?
We have like 6 or 7 iteration of UI because it was very hard to make it comfortable on both mobile and PC. So we tried over and over again, and finally, I hope we find the solution so the players on mobile devices they can fight with PC players without any difficulties.
So one thing I noticed this game has that other games don't seem to have is it looks like it's a political system, and they're not guilds exactly, but they are groups of people. Is that I can't. My mind is blanking on what the name of the thing in the game is. They're not corporations, but there's
Coalitions.
yes, thank you, coalitions.
Yes.
How
Yes.
how does that? Because it looked like you can vote for leaders and whatnot, and it looks like they have different objectives and whatnot. So how does the coalition system work in the game?
It's like classic guilds from any other MMO, and the voting is uh, one in 2 weeks. I forgot. So each race can choose the leader of the race, and this player will have battle advantages. He will have like buff for damage, buff for hit points, and other cool stuff. And it's this leader can like write in the chat, and everybody will see it. So
Oh,
he
wow.
can like comment all the races, all in its race for all player.
And how long does their tenure last?
Uh, for another voting, I hope. I forgot actually.
No worries. I'm just curious because I find that kind of fascinating that you're giving players that much power.
Yes.
And that's a little. I don't know. That could. I don't know. That sounds like to me that sounds like that could be dangerous, but it does work for other games. So why not? So far in my play of the game, I have done some combat and some mining, but there's also it looks like a fairly detailed crafting system. Not only crafting, but improving as well. So I wanted to talk about that. So it looks like you can. It looks like the crafting system is based on, I think, blueprints, and when you
Yes.
find a blueprint, you have to get a certain type, a certain amount and type of materials to be able to build that thing. Um, so is that how you directly upgrade your ship or get a new ship, or are there other ways? Like, I was mostly focused on playing the game and stuff, so I didn't. I thought I saw an auction thing, but I'm not sure. So is crafting the best way to get equipment for your ship, or are there other avenues to get equipment for your ship and or new ships even?
Um, so two options. Player can craft the ship, or can buy from auction from other players.
Oh, so do
So
other
it's like
players? Sorry.
big market, yes, in which players can sell each other.
Oh, so players can craft the things themselves and then put them on a marketplace. Is it an auction or
Yes,
is it a marketplace? I don't. I didn't really look at it.
auction.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool, but it's entirely player driven, so it's not like you're really
Yes,
playing to win because a player actually had to make that thing.
yes. Player control the economy.
Yeah. Now, how I've always been fascinated by the concept of a player driven economy, and I appreciate you bringing that up. How much work has gone into the background simulation that has made that economy work? Like, and how detailed is it? Is there a supply and demand model, for example? How does the economy, like in a nutshell, at least, work?
Uh,
Sorry,
actually,
that's a big question, I know, but I'm very curious.
yes.
I'm always Let's see, how can we break this up? Okay, so basically, it looked like there are a couple of different ways to interact with the economy in the game. First, you had the in-game credits that you get by completing contracts and selling stuff that you find, basically. But it also looked like there was a like with other MMOs that do this, like you can buy these certain space bucks, these special space bucks that let you buy other things. So there are like kind of two economies at work here.
Uh, yes, we have like two currency, one in-game currency, and second it's like premium currency only for players. So uh, players can buy this second currency for real money and only buy things by to themselves. So they can sell this premium stuff to other players. So they can only use or sell to NPC.
Oh.
And yes, so we're trying not to break the economy of the game by adding the ability to buy just for real money. So one currency which player can obtain from NPCs or from fighting, and the second is premium. So they are separated.
So with the economy, is it a player driven economy, or is there NPC like
Yes.
buyers and sellers?
No, it's player driven economy.
Gotcha. So like if I were to sell something on the market, it would have to be bought by another player?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, not a lot of games take it that far. There's usually still some kind of AI thing that infuses more product into the economy somehow. So it's kind of interesting. This is entirely player driven, and that's why you need more players. Now, speaking of which, one of the things that kind of differentiates your game from other games is the buy-in price. It is only $5, which is amazing, honestly. And there's no and there's no monthly fee,
No.
right? Right. Wow, that's awesome. So is the primary method of making making revenue for your company and for the game the in-game currency that you were talking about that you can buy plus people buying the actual game? Are those the two methods you guys have in place?
Yes, we hope that this will work. So we don't want to create the classic free-to-play game and don't want to create a subscription model. So uh, we just hope that this model that we have right now will works.
I hope so too. Now, it's interesting to see what different developers take to continue to make income for their games. Some do expansions like Guild Wars 2 or Elite. Some do monthly subscriptions. Some do a little bit of both. Are you guys planning maybe also maybe expansions as well down the line, maybe to bring in more revenue, like content expansions, that sort of thing?
No, we will bring new content, but it will be free for those who already bought this game.
Oh, okay. That's how Eve does it. That's great. Oh, we have a question from the chat. I'm sorry, Dreadberry. I didn't even notice. I wonder how does the multi-platforming thing work, and are there differences or limitations for mobile devices? So I think what he's asking is, are you getting the exact same game on mobile that you're getting on PC, or are there limitations on the mobile platform?
No limitations. So it's like you can play on PC, then just grab your iPhone and go. I don't know, sitting in the bus and continue playing on the yes on the same character.
That's pretty great.
So, what was this developed with then? What did you guys use to develop this? Is it an in-house thing you guys built, or?
It's I'm I'm lost. I'm sorry. Can you repeat, please?
Sure. Yeah. No. The game developed. Was it done with like say Unity or Unreal? Like, what game?
Oh,
Or did you guys build
yes,
your
it's
own game
Unity.
engine? Oh, it's Unity. Okay.
No, it's Unity. Yes.
Very nice.
Okay, yeah, that's a good platform. We're big fans of Unity around here because I don't think we'd get anywhere near as many space games as we're getting without Unity and Unreal Tournament being so openly available.
Well, yeah. The thing with Unity that's nice though is it has that great multi-platform feature built right on into it.
Yeah.
To allow for such diverse, game development. So that's really cool. You guys are using that.
Yeah.
So I noticed one thing you could do. This is a contract. It looks like you can take. I'm just level 1, so I didn't. But um, it looks like there is territory control in the game, and it's based on your race.
Yes.
Is that so? So if you help your race out, you can take over systems and slowly take over the map. Is that how that works?
Yes. So every system has unique resources on it. So controlling the system will bring control on the resources, on minerals and other cool stuff.
Oh, so if I needed a specific resource to upgrade my ship and I couldn't get it because some other race had it,
Yes.
I'd have to get other players together and go, guys, we need to take that system. Let's go.
Yes, correct.
And how does that work exactly? Like, how do you take over? Do you have to destroy something?
Yes. You have to destroy the fortifications, outposts, and turrets of other race. Then this system became neutral, and then you have to uh, build your outposts and fortifications and stations on it, and then the system will become the system of your race.
That sounds amazingly involved. It also sounds like a really hefty undertaking because it sounds like you have to peel back the layers of an onion to get to the center and then rebuild the onion.
Yes, correct.
Oh man, that's so. Have players done that in early access? Have players done that so
Yeah,
far?
yeah.
And how long
They
does that?
they
Sorry, go
uh,
ahead.
they just like taking systems from each other every, every day, like it's like a constant war.
Oh geez. So like can one player do that by themselves, or they need? It sounds like they need at least a few friends along to do
No,
something like that.
one can't do this.
I didn't think so.
Uh,
So
6 6 6 5 or more.
oh my god. So how long? If like say 4 or 5 or 6 players had a concerted effort to take over a system, how long might it take in real time to take over a system? Are we talking 2 to 3 hours? Are we talking days? How?
No,
Okay.
it's hours. It depends on the system, like level of upgrades, because other players can upgrade their fortifications, so it can be harder to destroy. And other players also can just fly and help to protect their systems. So it depends on defenders. Actually, it's usually it takes 1 hour or a couple of hours.
Oh, that's not too bad. That seems like a very reasonable amount of time. Now, one thing I did like about your game is it doesn't take too long to do something. You know, because basically you're on Unity, so it's a pretty stable platform. But you can just jump out of a station, kill a few mobs, mine a few rocks, and you accomplish something in like 5 or 10 minutes, which I guess works well for mobile platforms.
Yes.
So that's pretty streamlined. So yeah, it looks like there's almost stuff all around, like, because I've only been around the noob system, but there's always something to mine or something to kill there.
Yes, correct.
Now, I did discover something late. I couldn't find the quest system, and then I found it, the contracts system. And it looks like there's about a dozen different types of contracts.
Yes, we have edited like the newest feature. We added it a couple months ago. So players asks us to edit because uh, they told us that it's too boring to just collect asteroids and kill NPCs. So there's just like some story of the game, and we edit contracts, and now they are happy.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I kind of live and die by missions in games like this. I mean, yeah, I was having fun going out and killing mobs and mining, but after a while, I'm like, I want to deliver something, or I want to ferry someone. So it was nice to find that. But yeah, it looked like there were missions to take over entire systems. So what are the missions that are available in the game that players can undertake?
uh, we have a lot of different missions. For example, to deliver something, or to kill NPCs, or to kill other players, or to uh, take new system. Also, we have landing on planet contracts, and I can't even remember other types of contracts because we have like more than 10, I think,
Yeah, there are quite a
types.
bit. There are quite a bit of them. So wait, I did see that some systems had planets. What can you do with those? I didn't bother trying to figure that out, but I haven't, because I haven't had too much time in the game. But it sounded like there were contracts to land on planets. You said, what can you do with planets?
Planets has its own minerals and other cool stuff. So you can just land on planet, and if it untaken, you can build the stations and fortifications and mines. So you can collect minerals not from asteroids in space, but from planet. In like by automatization buildings. So they will collect even if you're offline.
Oh, okay. So that was going to be my next question. Like, do you have to go back and pick that stuff up, or it just appears in your inventory once it's?
No. You have to land on planet and pick up.
Oh, and do you also have to, like, if someone else wants to try and take the planet, do you have to? Will you get like an alert and you have to go back and defend your planet?
Yes, correct.
Oh, wow. That's kind of amazing. That's kind of awesome. So are all the planets already claimed in the game already, or what?
Uh, it depends on time on the server. So sometimes they one race grab the planet, sometimes another. So
Oh, I see.
right now they already taken. Yes.
So when you guys hit 1.0, are you gonna do a server wipe? Or are you
No.
gonna let? Oh no! Oh wow! Okay.
No.
Okay. So, because I asked because there is PvP in this game if I recall correct.
Yes. Yes.
So what is there like? Okay, how do I phrase this? What are you gonna do to make sure, if possible, that more experienced, not older, but more experienced players, higher level players, won't just grief noobs left and right? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you have anything in place that will prevent?
Uh, yes, but it's not very big problem because noobs can be in the safe zones, so they can like level up in the first three systems, and they were just fine in there.
Oh, so there are non-PvP areas for new pilots where there is no PvP? Is that?
It's not non-PvP. They can be killed there, but in the first three systems, it's very like high-level gods. So they the defending systems in these systems very like hit hard.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay. So
oh,
yeah, so like in Eve, if you're in high sec, you got Concord there that'll save you if someone else tries to shoot at you, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like this. Yes.
Gotcha. So it's like any starting zone when there's like high level NPC guards that are around. If some other high level player comes around trying to do stuff, those high level NPCs will come and try and help you.
Yes, correct.
okay.
Very
So
nice.
Dreadberry in the chat has a question. We were just talking about PvP. What are the risks and rewards for PvP? Like, I guess he's asking, why would you engage in PvP? Like, what can you get out of it?
You will get PvP points, which can be spent in special PvP shop, so to buy PvP weapons. Also, the whole game is like you have to fight with other players because you need to help your race to conquer other systems. Because if you don't, other races will like eliminate you from the universe, and you will only in your first three new systems.
Oh, so each race can be pushed back to their three noob systems, and but those cannot be taken over. It sounds like. So you'll at least have those to regroup from, and spread back out from, if you get your ass kicked. Oh, okay, that seems reasonable. That way, no one's just wiped out entirely.
Yes.
So yeah, Dreadberry, there is factional warfare where races can take over systems, uh, planets, and whatnot, which sounds crazy. And there's also separate PvP rewards, which is amazing. If I'm much more of a PvE guy myself, but I know a lot of people who love PvP, like love PvP. So we were talking contract story, and you mentioned a story. Is there going to be some kind of story like thing in the game beyond the contracts, or is it just this open-ended
Yeah.
thing?
It will
Oh,
be later. So we have started it, but it's not finished yet. So it's
okay,
very hard to do it. So
that's fair.
need more player
No,
to
that's
finish it.
fair. That's fair. No, I mean, I totally get it. I mean, coming up with story content is probably, I would guess, one of the hardest things for any game is coming up with story content. That sounds
Yeah.
crazy. That sounds very difficult. So you're gonna hit 1.0 on Thursday. What so far? What are your post-release plans once the game is out?
First of all, we want to keep our service stable because we don't want so they get down. And also we want to make more systems. So it's
Oh,
yeah, like thousands of systems.
yeah. Now I noticed.
Uh,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I did notice that one of the contracts. I'm just remembering this. Was a system exploration contract.
yeah.
Is that how new systems will be found? Like someone's exploring and maybe they find a wormhole to that new system? Is that is that like part of the plan?
No. Right now, this contract working like to fly in one of the system and just hit button and wait for a few seconds, and then it's just explored. So
Oh,
that's simple, yes. But in future, yes, we will. We want to add a profession that will try to find black holes and wormholes and other
ooh, oh,
cool stuff.
sign me up for that. I love. Well, I when I was playing Eve, my favorite thing was scanning for wormholes. That was my favorite thing in Eve.
Yeah,
So,
we want to add exploration, more exploration in our game.
oh, I'm on board. Oh yeah, I want to be. Oh yeah, like I don't know if you played Jumpgate back in the day, but it wasn't strictly a profession. But there was a class of ship where you can go out and explore the systems and find rare artifacts and all kinds of stuff. So it's nice that the explorer is getting a little bit of recognition because a lot of other games, I don't know. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I noticed a lot of games don't reward exploration as much as they could. Like there isn't enough exploration. So I'm really
Yes.
happy about that. I'm really like one of the things I loved. I don't know if you ever played
I would say
Star.
I would argue that there's not enough rewarding exploration.
That's true. That's true.
Because, like, in Elite, there's tons of exploring, but what you
but
get
what do you?
rewarded for is
I
kind
get
of nothing.
yeah, you get data and you get money for the data. Like with Starflight, you discover logs, you discover new races, you discover new equipment, stuff like that. So that's like my benchmark for exploration in space games. It's a very high benchmark, but yeah, I'm a big fan of games that have rewarding exploration. Like, did you know in Evercron, for example, if you just go in a direction, you can find whole systems that aren't on the map? Did you know that? I just found out
I
about
had
that.
no clue.
Yeah, I just learned about that. That's crazy. So, so yeah, I'm excited that this potential exploration profession that you guys have in store because yeah, I want to do that. I want to just go out there and go, is there a black hole? Oh God, what's on the other side of it? I don't know. Oh my God. Sorry, folks. I have to apologize. I am really super tired today, so I'm probably a bit rambly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm just woo. I have no excuse though, because it's 3 something in the morning for you. So I have no excuse.
It's 4.
Oh God.
Well,
Oh God. That's such an unholy hour. I always think if you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning, something is probably terribly wrong. Like you're going to the hospital, or I'm sorry, that's terrible. Like no one should be awake at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I really appreciate again you talking to us. So the game comes out on Thursday. I know I said that. God damn it, Hunter. I'm tapping you. I'm tapping you out. I need to collect my thoughts a second. I'm tapping you.
yeah, so this game has got lots of potential, lots of stuff to do, and more to come. So that's exciting, and I'm pretty excited about the fact that I had no idea this was multi-platform. So the fact that you can be playing this on your computer and then hop on your phone and get on the bus and keep playing, that's pretty exciting. So yeah. Hey Brian, how you doing over there?
Oh God, how big is the mobile download? Because I have an older phone and I'm just running out. Oh my God, I have no space on this thing. Damn podcasts.
Well, I mean, I have a 64 gig phone.
I've got a
So
16. I've got 16. It's kind of an older phone, and I've got like 400 megabytes left on it. Because it's a good phone. I don't want to replace it. But yeah, how big is the mobile version of this game?
More than gigabyte.
Ah, damn it! I will have to try and put it. I will have to try and put it on my tablet then. That does make sense though, because there's a lot going on here. So like right now, I wanted to ask about the movement system. Right now, it's kind of there's kind of a duality to it. Like right now, you can double click on something and your ship will start moving toward it, but you can also double click, just open space, and your ship will just go in that direction. Which I guess works well on a touchscreen. If you just touch something, your ship will just go to it. That makes sense. Are there things to find out there right now if you just go off in a direction? I'm sticking with the explorer thing for a minute. Are there things to find out there right now, or will you just find a whole bunch of nothing and have to turn around and go back?
Uh, no, right now you will find nothing.
That's fair. No, that's what I figured. It's just I was just curious because I was tempted to do that. Just double click and go and see what would happen. I did that in Freelancer once, and it was pretty funny because there was a whole bunch of nothing out there, but it was pretty nothing, but it was still nothing. But I am liking the combat. So how many like I wanted to ask about ships now. So how many ships are available for each race? I noticed the starting ship that I have is at least modular. It looks like there are 5 pieces to it beyond the one gun that you can have. But how do you get new ships in the game for your same race? Do you build it as you go with new parts, or are there whole nother hulls you can get that you get better equipment for?
You have to buy or create the new modulars, and when you create 5 new modulars, you can have the new ship. So it's actually no like classic ship in the game. You have like only 5 modulars connected to each other. So they're just like, yes. And they have unique like stats on it and unique appearance. So like
Right.
combining different models, players will have different ships.
Oh, okay. So, that's pretty cool. So, how many ships can one player own at one time? Is it just one ship at a time? Can you have like a hangar with a bunch of ships somewhere? Like, how many
No,
ships?
one ship for the character.
Okay. So, you're upgrading yourself modularly as you go, as you find new blueprints and whatnot, and you find the resources to build those things. You're updating. Like when I was playing, I updated. I forget which piece it was. It was like the second from the front, but I was able to build a new one of those, and it upgraded my stats a bit, which was nice.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's the upgrade path. You find improved bits that replace the old bits as you go.
No, you just find the new model and just
Oh, right. Okay.
yes, replace the old one, and the old one just stay at your station.
Oh, okay. All right. So, oh wait, so you can own more than one ship, but you can only fly one at one time, or you can
Well,
own.
you can have only one ship, but
Okay.
you will
Oh, but
have
multiple pieces. But multiple pieces.
yes,
Right. I
yes,
see. Okay. I'm
correct.
sorry. So you can at one station you can have like 100 different pieces, but you can only put them on the one thing that you're flying right now. But
Yes.
it sounds like you can mix and match your pieces so you can have different specialty design. I mean, is that where this is going? Like you can have like a scout ship if you mix and match the parts. You can have a tank if you mix and match the parts. Like is that where
So,
this kind of modular system is going?
so,
Like
yes, I'm kind, but in the beginning, in the start of the game, you choose the class of it. So if you're a tank, you can't be like repair ship. So it's like
right.
you're a tank for the whole game. So we have like uh, range damage dealer, close damage dealer, tank, and the repair ship. So which repairs other players.
Crap. Hang on. Sorry. Oh, okay, that's cool. So you can have a good mix of a group that's kind of the MMO group. Now, since it's an MMO, and are there things like instances and dungeons and things like that? Not dungeons, but like, are there things that players can jump into an instance of like an asteroid field, for example, and fight
Yes,
a bunch of oh, there are. Okay, how does that work?
yes. It's players with their friends can jump into the subzones, and in these subzones, there's like epic NPCs, and they can kill them and take epic loot.
Oh, okay. All right. And now, one thing that always concerns me about an MMO is the loot system. I love loot. I'm a fan of loot. Like for example, Diablo 3 I think has one of the best loot systems of any game I've
Yes,
ever
we
played.
we we take like Diablo 3 loot systems in our game.
Oh, good. I was hoping you would say that. But one thing that's always concerned me in a multiplayer sense is how loot is divided among the players. So, like, does every player get the same loot for them, or like, is it one piece of loot and whoever gets it first, that's it?
No, the like in Diablo, the everyone have its own loot, so
Right.
no need to scream and
Oh,
uh,
good. That's what I was hoping.
asking for
Right. So,
yes,
like, if a sword drops from me, no one else sees the sword except for me.
yes, correct.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Perfect. That's how it should be, I think. That's. I was playing some game the other day. I don't remember what it was. It was an older game. But oh no, we were playing Galaxies, and I noticed that the loot, like if I took something, you couldn't take it, Hunter. Uh, so I was like,
Yep.
oh, I forgot about that. That seems so quaint now. It seems that's back when games gave fewer f words, as they say.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely an older school system of thought. It's kind of like where you had different forms of loot systems. You could have it be to where, um, it's divided up, or like one person gets it and then divvies it up at the end, or stuff like that. So
All right,
That's
so
old school way of thought.
yeah, I know. That's why it's stuck in my mind. I was like, wow, this is quaint. and even in Earth and Beyond did the same thing, where like if you looted something, I couldn't loot something similar for like 3 minutes. Like what?
Right, like if I was in the process of looting a piece of whatever, you couldn't do it.
Exactly.
It's,
Like
yeah.
what? This is like what is this? This is so quaint. So I'm really
Old
glad.
school, baby.
Right. So when the game hits 1.0, or in general, like, are you gonna have any events in the game, or are you gonna have any holidays? Like Elder Scrolls Online just had a witches festival, for example, and I think Lord of the Ring Online was doing something. So are you guys planning any kind of holidays or events?
Not yet, because we are only now in 3-person developing this game, so it's very hard to add new content.
That's
So
fair.
we need to we need more players and more money to
To hire more people.
hire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it always been 3 people? Like, how did this all get
Uh,
started? Was it just the three of you from the beginning, or did one of you guys have the idea and it started from there?
no, it was 7 at the beginning. Then we found some investments from other guys, and we hired more people, and it was 10. And then we just continue developing, continue, and only 3 left.
Oh, did the other guys just find other work or something? I don't mean to pry. I'm just curious.
Uh, Something like this, yes.
Yeah, because it seems like, and because I follow the industry, it seems like game developers, uh, they don't seem to have the most solid footing these days in terms of work. Like Ubisoft recently let a bunch of people go. I think a year or so, EA had some massive layoffs when they moved to Canada. So it does seem like it's not the most stable of professions at times.
Maybe.
But I mean, we as gamers are a fickle lot.
This is true.
We want what we want, damn it, and we don't want to pay a lot for it. So it can't it. I have great respect and sympathy for game developers, I think is what I'm trying to say. And I'm rambling again. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Wah.
It's all good, Brian.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, Halloween killed me yesterday. I don't know about you guys, but Halloween just kicked
But
my
we certainly know what
ass.
didn't kill you, and that was the
Oh,
alien.
ha ha ha. Yeah, oh my god, that was that I was mad about that too. I was like, cuz we're like I was mad about that too, and I felt bad for Nicole cuz she was getting motion sick. But folks, if you were watching that stream yesterday where I totally failed at alien isolationing, we're going to revisit it. But just me this time. So hopefully you'll get the screaming, crapping of the pants Brian you were hoping for at some point in the future. Sergey, if you weren't aware, I don't deal with horror or anything very well, and a lot of people have been asking me to play Alien Isolation of late, and so I finally caved and did it yesterday, and we ran out of time before we got to an alien. So there was some gnashing of teeth. But anyway, oh my god. We should probably wrap this up soon. So, okay. Because I am losing my goddamn mind. So, is the price changing once you come out of early access on Thursday, or is it still going to be $5?
No, it will be $5.
That is fantastic. And what is the price on the mobile platform? What is the price there?
It's free.
Free.
Oh, wait, free or 3? I didn't.
Free. It is free.
Whoa, so free. Oh, damn. You
Kind
guys.
of like Vendetta was.
Let's leave money on the table. You should charge at least $1 for that. I mean, I'd pay $1 for it. No, I get it though.
We need more players. So
no, I get it. And it also engenders goodwill with the community. And that can be more valuable than money, I think. So yeah,
Yes.
no, I totally get it. I totally get it. So that hits. And so, what do you think is going to be the first big thing you guys are able to do once you launch? I know I know I talked about post release plans, but like I'm curious as to what the one thing you guys have in the works once you guys launch.
We want to add story.
Okay.
So quest systems and story with more description of the lore of our universe.
Oh, great. Because, yeah, I mean, it would be neat to know where. I mean, the game does give a little bit of exposition as to who the races are and whatnot, but it'd be neat to. It'd be neat to learn more about, why are these three races fighting and who are they and, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So that would be, I mean, lore is always fascinating to me in a game. Like a good game with good lore. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I do stop in Elder Scrolls games quite a bit to read a book. I don't know about you guys, but I will stop in Skyrim every now and again to read a book because I do enjoy the lore. But yeah, I am rambling again, so we're gonna wrap this up, folks. Just a couple quick programming notes. On Thursday, we're taking a break from space games. We have to test. Hunter, do you have a moment to test this after the show? Just for a few minutes?
For a couple minutes, sure.
Yeah, we'll just test it and see if it works. We're going to try and play on Thursday at 5:30 Pacific Dungeon Lords Steam Edition. We're taking a break from space games to play a very quirky RPG that has co-op. So we'll give that a shot. And then next week on the podcast, we are, oh God, what is the name of this game? Convicted something. We are welcoming the developer of Convicted Galaxy, which is this indie kind of freelancer-y game that I've put about an hour into and I'm really enjoying. So we're going to talk.
The judge found him guilty.
I am the law. Sorry, that was a long reach. That one.
Yes.
That was a real long reach. But Sergey, I want to thank you for taking the time to come on this very odd, because I'm really out of it, show. In the middle of the night, your time. Again, thank you so much again for coming on in the middle of the night.
Thank you,
guys. So, guys, the game, Nebula Online, it is on Steam and mobile devices, iOS and Android right now. It is free on Android and iOS, and it's $4.99 on Steam, and it is cross-platform playable, so you create one account and you just play on all of them. And the game is going 1.0 this Thursday, probably when the audio version of this podcast will be going up as well. So yeah, keep an eye out.
Bit of a technical question. It is only iOS, right? Not Android?
Android as well.
Oh, it is Android. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry about that.
No, yeah,
Continue,
I thought I heard Android earlier. So yeah, it's on the two big platforms because no one cares about Windows or BlackBerry anymore. But yeah,
who?
Yeah, the fruit, not the phone. The fruit is great. Blackberries are awesome. I don't know about the phone. I do love a good BlackBerry.
Brian.
Yeah.
Stop rambling.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I love Blackberries. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out because, my God, I'm out of it, and I apologize. But yeah, guys, Nebula Online, it again is on Steam, iOS, and Android. It is pretty fun. It's kind of World of Warcrafty, Eevee type gamey. Lots of mining, lots of killing, quests, contracts, system takeovers, planet takeovers. There's a lot of stuff in this thing. So be sure to check it out. And thank you all for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.